Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back in to VFB. That's Vegan Farm Boy. That's Vegan Farm Boy for your newcomers. Everybody else, welcome back. Today we got a request from one of our best subscribers. This is from Abby Miller in South Dakota. She says, "Dear Vegan Farm Boy, how do I go about making a delicious guacamole?" Well, I got the answer for you, Abby. Just be happy. As you can see, our ingredients are some cumin, some garlic, some onion powder, lemon or lime juice, depending on what your palate likes, salt and pepper, a sweet onion, a ripe tomato, and of course, a brown paper bag. Little trick on the brown paper bag, this is really my avocados, but they were slightly under-ripened yesterday. So overnight they went from green to ripe, purplish sort of black color. That's when they're ripe. And that was overnight. These were just green yesterday. So if you have a problem with any of your vegetables that you need ripened quicker, a little brown paper bag to trap the gases, and voila. Okay. Now what we're going to do is get ourselves a mixing bowl. You can pause all this stuff,
Yeah,
right?
she has a 5-minute max.
Well, I'm prepared with my bowl. And of course, last but not least, the very so popular yet unbelievable vegan sour cream. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the onion first and extract a few cubes. I'm going to show you, I'm going to clean the onion off first and then show you how to get the cubes the perfect size that you need. So I've cut off both ends of the onion and then a small slice here and just taken both caps off and the whole outside skin. Then you simply take the onion in the knife and you go down approximately a 1/2 inch in this direction. Then you turn the onion and go 1/2 inch down in this direction, making a hashtag pattern basically all the way across the onion, which leaves you with perfect cubes. Then you put it on its side and do a very thin slice right here. You don't want overpowering onion bites in your guacamole. And it doesn't take much, depending on your batch that you're going to do. I only have 2 avocados here, so that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is when it's raw onion. And that's just basically 2 swipes of the side of the onion. Okay, a lot of onion left over, just put it in the bag. This is an important thing you got to do first. Onion first. Okay? Then your sour cream. One big spoonful. Okay? Now, we need to take a fork and get the sugars from the onions to come out. So we're actually taking the sour cream and we're mashing the onions to release some of the sugar juices. I don't have measurements on the spices because they can kind of go whichever way your palate likes it. But in general, it's a little onion powder. Be careful with this stuff. Cumin. It's just a little bit. Be very careful with this. Garlic powder. Just a little love touch. Salt, depending on how high your blood pressure is. pepper, and a little bit of citric acid, which helps it from discoloring, and it gives it a little bit of a twang. Use lemon or lime. That cumin is one of the key things to the guacamole. Gives it that sort of Spanish smell and taste that you find in the restaurants. It smells great. You smell that? Okay. You know how to clean an avocado, I assume. If not, make sure you get rid of this guy, because those are not fun to eat. And they will fall off and they'll get mixed in your guacamole before you know it. Little stem. Like this. Around the seed. Boom. All the way down to the seed. And my knife's laying right on the seed. It just cuts in half. Boom. Just like that. Take the seed out. Spoon. Avocado halves. Just like you probably used to do a grapefruit, maybe. Boom. Boom. Check for spots like that. Got a little bad spot, that's okay. Just get rid of that guy. Just like that. And sometimes if you get an avocado that's overripe, it's wanting to start to root and regrow, and there'll be a bunch of stringy fibers in there. Do not make the mistake and put that in your guacamole. There's nothing more unsatisfying than when someone takes a chip into the guacamole and big strings come out and look like you don't brush your hair properly. Okay, there it is. Now, some people like a real baby food consistency. Some people like a thick, chunky consistency. Depending on what you want, that's how much smashing you do. Excuse me. Don't mind if I do. Now, this is just 2 avocados, and it creates plenty of a portion. I would say maybe you could go not quite a whole avocado per person. You probably could get, since it's just a dip, it's not your main course, you can get, I would say, 2 people per avocado. That's how you base how big of a batch you're going to make. Boom. Okay. One of the final stages. Now you test your salt and see what you did. You've got to have the salt, and it's got to be right. A little bit more. Okay? Because don't forget, I'm getting ready to put raw tomato in there too, and it's not salted. So that was for the guacamole, and that last one was for the tomato I'm going to put in raw. Now I'm going to show you the Vegan Farm Boy's signature move that he created on clean, dry, not slimy, de-seeded tomato flesh bites or cubes. Very similar to the onion process, okay? Oh, he's not fully ripe. See, that stem should come right out of there to be fully ripe. So that means he's going to be a little bit white or green inside. That stem should just pop right off. He's still attached. So he's not quite ripe. He should have went in the bag with the avocados. He's stiff inside there. Okay. Same procedure as the onion. Hashtagging. Very small slices. Don't take your knife and run across this tomato and only make 4 or 5 cuts. Your tomato chunks are going to be way too big. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm making about 10 or 11 slices across there. Same way in the opposite direction. On its side. Needs a very sharp knife, okay? Don't play around with a dull one. Beautiful. And also, like everything else, the seasonings and whatnot, how much you like in it is how much you put in it. You only need a few tomatoes. You don't need to overdo it. That's probably actually too many, but I want to do another slice. Here's the VFB signature move. Ample amount of paper towels there. Put your cubes right on the paper towel. All those seeds, all that slime, all that liquid is going to come right out of there. And they're going to stick. See them sticking to the paper towel, all the seeds and the slime. It creates just nice, clean, dry, and firm tomato bites. Depending on the ripeness of the tomato, that one wasn't super ripe, so it wasn't real juicy. But I've had to do this and then get a whole nother set of paper towels and dump them on there and do it a second time because they're so juicy and slimy from being so ripe. This guy wasn't 100% ripe, so one time will be enough. Boom.
Don't use them.
Now this is just a fold in. We're not trying to smash those tomatoes up, just folding in. Oh boy, I know you want a chip right now, don't you, Ab? There you go. Time to party. My preferred chip, Totito Scoops.